I wanted to take the time to show you this Dometic fridge that I got in the back of my Jeep. I've had it for a couple of years now, so I wanted to show it to you and share my thoughts on it. And I think it's a good investment. When I originally bought this fridge, it was about half the price of say an Engel or an ARB, but I've noticed they've been going up in price. But I think if you look, you'll be able to find one reasonably, or at least a reasonable price for one. So let's turn around and take a look at it, okay? Hold on a sec. Let's do that. So this fridge is a 40-quart Dometic CFX40. Now the new ones are Wi-Fi. This one is not Wi-Fi. This one is it does have a remote control that I have up front that you can run off of batteries, or you can plug it in a 12-volt socket. Now this fridge is 12 volt or 110, and it's been bouncing around in the back of this Jeep for at least 2 years, and it runs great. This thing goes down to like 0 degrees. Now this is a 40. If you have a Jeep, I would recommend getting a 35, because a 35 is about 2 inches shorter. So if you take a look at this one, unless you have it on a slide, the fridge won't. You can see the top kind of hits the roll bar up there, but a 35 would probably be perfect in the back of a Jeep. The 40 is, I mean, it's good. I'm glad I have it, but I think I'd rather have a 35 than a 40 quart, because it's just a little bit, it's got the same footprint, but it's just not as tall. It's about 2 or 3 inches shorter. And another thing to consider with these fridges, whether you get an ARB or an Engel or a Dometic, and if you're running a Jeep, and a lot of people that have like the subwoofer down here, there's like a subwoofer. What came with this model is a little 12 volt plug in the corner here. But the Jeep people did not put heavy enough gauge wire for the fridge to run off of it, because what happens is there's too much of a voltage drop, and this fridge has a cutoff. It senses your battery, and if your battery gets too low, it'll shut this refrigerator off. So the wiring that Jeep put in these is too thin, so there's too much voltage drop from the refrigerator, from the battery to the plug to run these refrigerators, unless you put it at the very lowest setting. What I did was actually I ran some cable, some heavy duty, like I think it's either 8 or 10 gauge wire up to the front, and I have it wired directly to the battery. And that way, if I want, I can just leave this fridge running all the time, and if the battery gets too low, it'll just shut itself off. Also, one thing that this fridge has, you probably can't see it here, but there's actually a USB plug, so you can plug in USB accessories and charge them off this fridge too. This is a little cover that I bought for it. I live in Phoenix, and it can be 110, 115 degrees in the summertime sometimes. So this helps with the fridge, especially in the summertime.